Governance is in the spotlight at the Chartered Secretaries Southern Africa's conference taking place at Monte Casino, that's here in Johannesburg. SARS Commissioner Edward Kieswetter, as well as Old Mutual Board Chairperson Trevor Manuel, are among the speakers at that event. Our reporter Aviwe Mdila has more on what has been going on. Aviwe joining us live now from our newsroom here at ENCA. Let's begin then, Aviwe, with what's come out of today.
Well, Miguel, corporate governance as a whole is on the spotlight today and tomorrow at the Chartered Secretaries of Southern Africa's conference that's underway at Monte Casino at this moment. The morning kicked off basically with SARS's Edward Kieswetter basically reflecting on some of the corporate corruption we've seen over the years, both in public sector as well as the private sector. Just honestly asking us as South African citizens to reflect honestly in the role that we've played, even if it's just keeping quiet while all of this corruption has been undergoing. The tax box also went on to basically reflect on his 169 days at the helm of SARS, basically saying that when he started out the first day, he didn't know what to expect, didn't know basically who to trust. But he says that there's a lot of work that's been done at SARS, and if SARS was to fail, that will be the failure of democracy as a whole. But let's just listen in on what Edward Kieswetter had to say about turning the tide at SARS.
The rebuilding of SARS has begun. It's going to be hard work, though. It's going to take time, persistent effort. Whilst we have opened the large business centre and re-established the capacity to respond to the illicit economy, re-established units like the Integrity Unit, the High Court Litigation Unit, there are still many areas where we will have to build capacity and capability which is deficient, and we will address over the next months and years. In the area of leadership, I am currently in a process to review the performance of senior executives as recommended by the Nugent report, but also because leadership defines the health of an organization. You would have heard some of those who have been placed on precautionary suspension, and disciplinaries are underway in each of them. If the organization is to heal, then leadership must heal first.
Aviwe, someone who's had his fair share of headlines over the past few weeks is the Old Mutual Chairperson, Trevor Manuel. What has been his contribution to this gathering today?
Well, the Old Mutual chairman today was tasked with basically talking about what a chairman looks for in a company secretary. Now, you'd understand that a company secretary is responsible for the efficient administration of a company. Well, it started off his conversation today with basically calling up the Old Mutual company secretary and actually giving the lady a Superman T-shirt, saying that she's been the superwoman of Old Mutual, basically reflecting on how she's been at the helm of basically, even though at the background, but just to running the company is administration efficiently. The chairman, of course, didn't want to get drawn in on any other matters going on at Old Mutual or anywhere else besides what we were about at the conference today.
Aviwe Mdila, ENCA reporter for now. Thank you.